Oh, Bobbie, I knew you'd be here. Thanks.
Hi, Dan.
Stacy, Noah.
Oh, hi, Dan. What's going on?
Well, Steve will tell you in a minute if you'll take a seat.
Okay. Up to you, ladies.
Yeah? You know, the way I figure is I should become a doctor. I have the kids on 4 eating out of my hand.
There is always room for one more, I'll tell you that. You're getting big, young man. Be a doctor now at this point. How you doing?
Oh, a little frustrated. I wrote Jeff a long letter a while ago, and I've been waiting him to write or phone, but the phones are down and no delivery, so...
When I have a free second, I'd like to talk to you.
Okay. It's going to be a little busy here for a while, though. Fine.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Great. Let's go see her. Hey, Rick. Rick, you know Mrs. Graham would go off to New York?
Oh, I have no idea, did you?
Yeah, she took one of the last planes before the airport closed. But now how's she going to get back?
Amy, why would she want to come back? I mean, it's warmer in New York anyway.
Yeah, but I heard their temperature is lower than normal there, too.
Hey, I think we better get some seats. Looks like our chief of staff's ready to begin.
Yeah.
This saunter on over.
Excuse me. Oh, how do you doing?
Please, everyone, sit down.
Yeah?
And may I have your attention, please? First, I want to thank all of you for getting here on very short notice. This is an emergency, as you know, and more of our personnel will be coming in. The temperature has dropped again. And we've learned that it may drop even more.
We've been told that the temperatures may break all records, so we've got to get organized.
Dan, has anyone told you why this is happening?
Yeah, we got to have some sort of an official word. We can't be telling the patients that everything's going to be all right when we don't know why this is happening or when it's going to end.
Brian, we all know that freakish weather can happen sometimes, and we have to do our duty to take care of any sickness that develops from it.
Let's alleviate the suffering first, Brian. Let the newspapers answer those questions.
Now, I've had a meeting with the chief of civil defense, and I've taken his suggestion of forming teams of 3 to go out into the city and take care of the people there, rather than trying to bring them into the hospital. Now, each team will have a doctor, a nurse, and an aide. Now, I know this is the first time for most of you to be working this way, and it's going to be difficult. You won't have your usual supports, and you'll be making decisions that could mean a difference between life and death. But we have no choice. Now, I'm going to turn the meeting over to Rick, who's had very little time to organize all this. Rick?
Steve? Amy, would you pass these out, please?
Sure thing.
These are your team assignments. Once you have gone out and you come back into the hospital, be sure you check with either Jesse or Georgia on the front desk. They will give you your next location. Now, there are a lot of phone lines down. Communications are very bad. Some of the ambulances are having trouble getting through. If you find that you have patients that really need help there and it's impossible, they need additional help here, then you'll have to bring them in somehow. You have to arrange some portable slings and so forth. Dan, do you have anything to add to that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Civil Defense is providing us with more sleds and snowmobiles. Emergency is getting together the supplies that you'll have to carry with you. Try to remember this. There aren't that many of you. And your first job is to take care of yourselves. We'll try to provide extra food, warm clothing, boots, and gloves. Remember that without you, no patient can survive. And once you're out there, you're on your own.
Wait a second. When we're rescuing the patients, who's going to rescue us?
All right. Let's get started.
Yes. Steve has suggested that Monica join me down on the waterfront. The civil defense seems to think that's probably going to be the hardest hit area, so I think it's a good idea having 2 doctors down there. That's fine with me.
I just wanted to ask you, how's the baby?
Thank the Lord, he's off the critical list.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Have you heard from Lee?
No, I haven't. I'm really worried. I mean, I know he's trying to get through, and he hasn't. And I left a message for him here that I'm all right in case he does get through.
Sorry, we're late.
We were up on 7. We just got word of the meeting.
Oh, Ruby, you know all that work you've been doing, bringing patients in?
What about it?
Well, we got much patrol. You're going to be on my team.
Good day.
Good, we're on the same team.
Right, we're on the same team.
Listen, Dan said that we're supposed to try and treat everybody where they are and not bring them to the hospital unless we absolutely have to. He also said it's going to get a lot colder.
How can that be? This whole city's a block of ice. Come on.
I know.
You wanted action, Amy? I think you got it.
Georgia, alert them on 4 on our way up. Frostbite and exposure.
Poor things, we found them just in time.
Where were they?
Found them in a car. Looked like the parents left them there. They're going to get some help.
How awful. You two look like you're freezing.
I begged them not to take off their coats.
Now, it's only a couple of blocks.
But even so, you two could be the ones with the frostbite, you know.
Sometimes you gotta take a chance.
Go, partner.
Hey, I'm down with that, partner.
You go with Bobbie. She'll take good care of you.
Good luck. Gosh, I hope they'll be all right.
You are gonna be toasty warm very soon. I promise. And then, if Dr. Drake says so, we're gonna get you something nice to drink. See, we have to ask, though, because he's the boss around here. I'm just the helper.
Keep talking.
And I bet by this time tomorrow, you're gonna probably have the best happy face around here.
It's great.
You're probably gonna get to like it around here. I mean, it's not as good as home or anything like that. But we got lots of toys. We got lots of kids. But I think you're probably gonna make a lot of friends.
Georgia just told us about these two.
What have you got here, Noah?
Explosion shock. Vital signs aren't too bad, though.
Now, what's this I hear about the two of you giving your coats to the children when you were instructed to protect yourselves? Huh?
I'm sorry, sir. It seemed like the thing to do at the time.
Seemed like the right thing for me to do, too.
Nevertheless, you broke the rules.
Dr. Hardy, can I ask you a question?
Certainly.
What would you have done if you were in our position?
What would I have done, Audrey?
Broken the rules.
What's the matter, honey?
Oh, don't mind me.
Come on now, what is it?
I'll be all right.
It's the children, isn't it?
Yeah. And what Noah and Bobbie just did, and what everyone is doing.
You know, if they were handed out any awards for bravery in Port Charles, I'm sure our staff would be in line for a few of them.
I didn't believe you in the beginning.
I found it hard to believe myself.
And looking at these children now, I do believe it. Oh, Steve, what kind of a monster is this Mikos Kasdan?